Hey guys, I just wanted to go give an update on the tankiness situation regarding the strength stacker. I found that was the primary concern that people were having about the build. So I just want to go over what I do and what I also did to mitigate those when I first started, because I definitely agree that tankiness was a bit of a problem when I started as well. First, I would like to go over your shield. I think your shield is really important. You need to make sure that you have your block chance capped out, and you do that by getting a high block base shield, like the heist bases, or just a shield with a high percent prefix chance to block instead of crafted. So that's important. And then another thing is the Iron Fortress will help cap out your block. And it has this line though that it says chance to block spell damage is unlucky, so people seem to be dying to spell damage. You overcome that with this rune, the rune graft of stability. I think that was in my tree, but I didn't put that in my notes, so I made sure to add that in the notes section this time so that you guys can see it. It says your lucky and unlucky effects are instead unexciting. Essentially, like it just means that you're not gonna always choose like the bad roll, right? So your chance to block spell damage, it will still be 65%, and it will not be um, not in your favor, right? It'll always roll like in the normal average instead of like the unfavorable average. Another thing is you could also, if you have like the points to spare and if you want to like really be surviving, you have two totem masteries that you can get in these totem nodes. The first one is this. Totems taunt enemies around them for 1 second when summoned. I made sure to pick them up for you guys in this video. Um, this will help you survive a lot because then the enemies will always focus your totem instead of you. And you're summoning 8, right? So you're summoning 8. You got this. Like, oh, there you go. Like, every time you summon, there's like 1 second where they're going to attack your totems before you, and so that helps a lot. And then you also have this one that says 5% of damage from hits is taken from your nearest totem's life before you, and that's on top of them getting taunt. So your totem should always be like getting the damage before you are, and that should help you with your survivability. Um, Obviously, you're going to want to be able to resummon your totems as fast as possible. So as you can see, like my mana is fine here. Like let's see how long it like dies. Like it's not really dying. There you go. I'm just kind of spamming that. Boom. And I went on for a while before it like finally reaches 0. So it shouldn't really be a problem for you, your mana regen, because we have like also this node on the Hyro that says Ritual of Awakening, right? We just regen 0.5% mana per each summon totem, and we have 8. So that's like what, like 4%? 4% increased mana regen per totem. And then we have double minus non-challenge kills have set mana cost. Actually, speaking of which though, I did like my rings, right? Like I did recraft. This is a different like dusk ring than the one that I had in the first video. So now I finally have -7 the mana cost on both my rings. So that's pretty good. I did lose the endurance charge here though, so I am making that up for with sanctity, which is another life regen. So it's good. So I went for more like defensive options as well, and at the same time it has strength and life regen, so it's pretty good. Let's see. Another thing. Um, I also added an animate guardian in my setup. This is completely optional. You don't need to do this, but I wanted an animate guardian because I think animate guardian is pretty cool. Like Bob's a cool dude. Look at him. He's just kind of like chilling. We have a convocation. I need a 23 quality one, with cooldown recovery and automation, with my molten shell. So this is pretty much like up. Let's see, what's the cooldown? I think it is, yeah, 1.82 seconds. Every 1 point, like 2 seconds essentially, Bob gets called back to me. He regenerates 2% of his life and he doesn't die. And in my Pobe, if we look at AG, Calcs, look at my Animate Guardian, he has 18,000 or almost 19,000 life, right? And his items, we have Kingmaker, so he's giving me culling, he's giving me 10 fortification, he's giving me 50 crit multi. So yeah, and I added that in my notes as well. So over here in the notes section, like things I did differently, but things I'm working on. So I added a animate guardian. Make sure you get meat shield. Like you're either gonna want imbued more life or imbued meat shield. I went with meat shield. It's a little bit more expensive, but you want meat shield no matter what because meat shield puts your minions in defensive mode, and if your totems, or not your totems, if your minions are not in defensive mode, they are just gonna run off and kill themselves like all the time. So don't. Make sure your minions are with you at all times. Let's see, what else did I do differently? Um, yeah. Oh, okay. So back to the tankiness. So we went over the rune. This is important, and we went over how your shield, like you want your block, right? Another thing that you could do with your shield, we have multiple options. So this one has recover percent life when you block. This is pretty good. Like this is gonna help you be tanky, right? Uh, I don't have this right now because I went for the crit damage reduction, which is also pretty good. Um, when you're running, what's it called? Your juice breaches, because like if you're running your juice breaches, right? Like you're gonna want like, crit. Like these mods have crit on them, right? And does this one have crit? Yeah. Reduce damage from crit, reduce damage from crit. Here you go. Monsters have 660% increased critical strike chance and 73% critical strike multiplier. Like, that's pretty rippy. You know what I mean? Like, you could die from that. But I have, let's see. I have 100% crit immunity, right? 110% crit immunity. And on top of that, I also have Bob now with the Garb of the Ephemeral. So honestly, like I can't remove it now. But if you don't have Bob, if you get 100% crit damage immunity, then it doesn't matter like the crit mods and maps, and you're not gonna die from getting crit. So that's pretty important. And I finished that up with my Watcher's Eye here somewhere. Yeah, my Watcher's Eye has 53% reduced reduction from critical strikes while affected by D-turn. So yeah, that's an option that you have to be tanky. Like as you can see, like my EHP here is 182,000, right? And my Progenesis isn't even up. If I untake my Molten Shell, it's still 101%. So yeah, and I do have like 10 fortification though, so just a reminder. Like, let's see. Another thing you could do if you don't want recover life on block, or let's say you can't afford it, you could get this 8% additional physical damage reduction on your shield. You get 8% PDR. You have plus one number totems. Like it's pretty cheap. If you want one with life, you get one with life. But these are like right, like it's 30 divs, 7 divs even for this. Like look at this. Like this is super affordable. Increase the value of curses. Like this is damage. This is a good total. This is a good one, right? Like PDR, like physical damage is the one that kills people usually most of the time. So right, and make sure it has strength by the way. And then the last one is you have socketed gems have 30% increased reservation efficiency. If you can get one of these, right? If you have socketed gems have 30% increased reservation efficiency, I wrote down in the notes section, that allows you to put your let's see. That allows you to put your auras into that, right? You deter purity of elements and enlighten the shield, and it allows you to get an extra aura. So you can have aspect of the spider for more damage, and hinder. Hinder is a defensive mechanic, right? Or you have a sand stance on your flesh and stone, and this you can even like equip with enlighten again, another enlighten, right? And you attach it with your precision. You don't have to use arrogance anymore. Boom, more life, and now you have less damage taken. And if not like sense, you can even add. Oh, I forgot to add like petrified blood. Petrified blood, right? But if you do petrified blood, you're probably gonna want to use a life flask instead of progenesis. But I mean, you could combine both and you just don't die, right? Like you're only gonna die from like giga one shots, and you're not gonna die from like little tiny hits. Um, for me personally, like I really like the Animate Guardian. The Animate Guardian, like I said, it gives me my 10 fortification, so that gives me 1% less damage taken for each stack, right? And on top of that, now that I have my Animate Guardian with, I put down here, the Garb of the Ephemeral, right? Garb has nearby enemies cannot deal critical strikes. Assuming Bob doesn't die in my maps, which so far he hasn't, um, I can then get rid of this Watcher's Eye mod. That's where did it go? Yeah, my Watcher's Eye, and I can get an extra damage here. Even I could put physical damage reduction instead of crit damage reduction on my D term, and I can get a new shield, right? Like I can get a new shield that has strength, and instead of reduce extra damage from crit, I'll probably personally, I think I wrote down here, I'll probably go for um either PDR, but I think I said I will probably want socketed gems, right? Probably socketed gems, so I can use flesh and stone or petrified blood, right? So yeah, I mean you have like a few layers regarding your defensiveness and tankiness. And I think people like are underestimating in particular the totem masteries. Like these are insanely strong. And again, like we also have this. Once we get this back, like +1 minimum endurance charge. Like endurance charges are super OP, guys. Like if you have five, like I didn't even show it because I don't have like five endurance charge on my tree. But like let's see, like oh yeah, there we go, five. That's like 182. But like man, like endurance charges are insanely good. Um, so like make sure you get that as well. Like if you can. Um, yeah, I think that's like all I have. Oh, sorry. One more thing. I forgot to mention this. A voices here would do wonders, by the way. So like, let's say like you get a voices in here, like you spec out of this node. No more watchers are there. Oh no! And then you spec out of that node, and then you get a voices, even like a three passive voices. That's like it's like 160 divines again. They're dropped down in price. They're no longer 200 divs, which is super nice. You put a voices. Oh, oops. We spec back into here. You put a voices on where you have your rain and splinters right now. Boom, voices, and then you grab these. Boom, boom, and then I mean maybe you might have to spec out of these nodes again. Boom, 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 and then you put your split personality in there, or not your split personality, sorry, your rain of splinters. You put your Emperor's Mastery in there, and now you have a room for an extra jewel here, right? You know, what would be a really good one. It's because I'm personally, I'm back to self-casting my Despair because I feel like you don't really need it that much. Um, you could put then, um, what's it called? This Despair, the Balance of Terror, right? And you get Despair, Inflict Withered, right? Boom. And now you don't even need a Withering Touch here, right? You just always inflicting Withered because you could do have you cast like Despair recently or something. Um, I don't know. It's like one of these. You cast Despair and then suddenly like every attack like on your frenzy is also it's guaranteed Withered instead of 25% chance. That's even better, right? It's like it's literally just more damage now. Like it's guaranteed every 2 seconds on hit. So these are your options, right? Like we have defensive options, but again, like if you do like this three passive voices, obviously you're gonna want to put try to find at least 1 point back. Because I think even if you don't have the 5% damage taken here, like you're still gonna want the taunt. So you could like maybe spec out of this. Maybe you don't have this, right? And you just put taunt here. And it's not showing on your EHP, but this is actually like I'm telling you guys, this is an insanely powerful node. This node is insanely powerful. So yeah, like give this a try and then see how it feels. Like you could watch Lily's video also. I think DS Lily, she's uploaded a video of her Stormburst totems and she grabs this node and she's playing hardcore, right? She even has like less EHP than I do on her POB, but she has this node and it's like life changing, right? And yeah, and if you're just mapping, like genuinely, like try and see if you can get a Progenesis also. Like Progenesis, look at my HP, dude. Like 206. What the heck? Yeah. All right, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Please read the notes. And yeah, see you guys in the next update. I am hopefully going to in my next update. I'm hopefully corrupting these. We're gonna corrupt these on video and see if I win. Right? All right. Bye, guys.